There is an artist trap that is really dangerous. And a lot of people end up living their life being trapped right inside of this very sneaky. My name is Jakob and I'm an artist. I'm independent and I've been living from doing my art professionally the last 13 years. And I'm really happy that you are here because I want to share some of my insights with you. And today we're focusing on this artist trap, the lifelong project. The thing is that there's a lot of artists that in their pursuit of something really great, they get trapped. And they get trapped in this very difficult and psychologically painful trap. And it's the trap where you end up wanting to perfect the project in such a degree that it becomes a lifelong project. It becomes a project that is never ending. And you keep on having excuses not to release it. And that's a project that you don't want to end up in. It's good to have ambition, that's for certain. But sometimes you need to say to yourself, now is the time to release, and now is the time to show the world where I'm at this point in time. Because that is actually one of the issues that an artist has to deal with. It's like at a point you need to accept that you are at a certain stage in life, because we are on different stages throughout our entire life, and you will keep on developing. And if you don't release your art in time, you will develop past it. And the problem then will be that you are too developed to have released that kind of project. And then it's always going to lay in your drawer and never come out to the world. So it's really important to set yourself up for having some deadlines, having some clear agreement about when is it going to be shipped, when is it going to be released to the world. And that is just one of the crucial thing for an artist to know. So if you want to think of this, like, I can give you a little idea about what I'm talking about more specifically. So I've been having some projects that I wanted to do, and I really had like a deep longing to work with these kind of projects. It was a time in my life where I did a lot of playful projects, and I was working with projects that were very experimental in the sense that they were I wanted to do things in public, and I wanted to do things that were questioning things in public. And it was not, at that time I had these very big ideas about how I needed a certain amount of people to do them. I needed different resources. I needed to be a specific duration for it to be okay, and so on. And I had a lot of different aesthetical needs, and it just kept on growing and growing and growing in my mind. So that is an issue that you need to deal with. You need to deal with this kind of issue that things are becoming bigger and bigger. So instead of letting them just keep on being bigger and bigger, you need to accept where you are at that point. And it's better to release something that is not your highest, that is not the perfection, but at least you got to share that specific artistic intention at that specific moment in your life. So it's very important to have this kind of focus on your artistic expression, that you want to release it. I have another friend that is a musician that has been working on this project for, he used more than a year on an album that he wanted to release, and in the end he was not 100% satisfied with it, and so he decided not to release it. And I think that is it's a shame, because it's lost. The expression and all the hard work that has been put into it is lost, and he might not have been 100% satisfied with it, but there were definitely elements of it that he was satisfied about. And it's okay to show your mistakes. It's okay to show that you have reached a certain point, because then it's easier for you as a person that is developing, to show your development. So if you release your content, you will develop after that to a higher point. And at that higher point, as a more developed artist, you will be able to look back at your journey. But if you haven't released anything, and everything is in your drawer, you don't have any track record. And that is so dangerous. I tell you, it's so dangerous. It's a really, really dangerous trap to be in. And I just want to encourage you to try to avoid this trap. So how do you avoid it? I mean, how is that even possible? One of the things that helps this is definitely being aware. It's because this kind of trap is a trap of resistance as well. There is a certain resistance to just releasing your art, and to avoid this, you need to be very aware of the things that creates resistance in your life. And one of the main resistance is fear and insecurity. And here it's very important to deal with this kind of fear before it overwhelms you. So just try to work hard with this fear. Be very aware of where in your mind, where in your body is this fear put, because fear can be placed in your body. It can be something that is being triggered again and again by specific and certain events around your artistic practice. So write this down in a journal or something like that, and be very clear about when you experience this kind of fear, and put words to it. Be very clear about it so you can begin to work on this fear and eliminate that as being something that put you towards this trap. And another thing is just being aware that there is a trap that is called the lifetime project is also very helpful to avoid it, because you will be more aware of this deadline element. And the deadline is a very powerful tool, because the deadline is the tool that a lot of artists need to finalize, because that's also a typical artist problem, is that being able to finalize the project is very difficult. It's saying, okay, it's lovely to be in the creative process, but to actually finalize the project and say, now it's ready, it's done, I don't develop any more further, even though it's not exactly as I dreamt of. It is what it is, and I need to ship it. I need to send it out into the world, so I can become better, and so I have a chance to hear what the world has to, like, what kind of impact this will have on the world, and I can become better for the next round. And this is definitely also an art, just to be able to figure out when things are settled, and the whole, that's another thing that I will go deeper into, the whole artistic process, like how do you make the different decisions so you actually so they fall in place the right way. It's like very gentle, almost like falling leaves that you see, and you almost sort of help. Okay, now this is being settled, now this is being settled, and you see the whole thing fall down like a puzzle that suddenly become finalized, and you see these different elements that kind of fall down, and you are gentle with things before they become settled. That's definitely also part of the project process. But yeah, that's just a part of it. So, and you become better and better for each round round that you have been able to release. And at least that is my take on this. This problem is that you need some kind of deadline, and it's not even just mine. It's actually an advice I got from one of the artists from Blast Theory, which is a very cool group from England. Really cool artist collective. And I asked him, how do I what I have this problem, I don't get things out into the world. And he said, have a deadline. And it's so true. And Seth Godin also have this term, ship it, which I'm also been using, and it's describing the same kind of need to say at a point, that is just the shipping date, that is the date where things will be released, and then you do it. Boom. Yeah. And it feels scary and lovely at the same time. Yeah. And even though you do projects sometimes, often, that are just good, you want to do things that are having an impact to change the world, but often they come out just good. And I at least have a feeling that it's much better than having nothing, that you have something that are good, because it teaches you something, and it will make you stronger, it will make you better, it will make you more prepared for the bigger, really exceptional work that you're gonna do. And it's a process of mastery. So it's okay that you don't ace it every time. It's okay that it's not brilliant work every time, because you are in a process, and it's okay. It's so okay. Yes, that was a little of what I had about becoming an artist that actually gets things done and share something with the world, instead of just being trapped in the lifelong project. But now I'm just gonna wrap this up by mentioning that this is still new for me to share these insights as an artist, and I'm really happy that you are here with me now and you follow this. If you want to go even deeper with me on this journey, you can subscribe to my newsletter, and you can subscribe to this channel. And just also, really, I would love to hear your comments on this. I really, really hope that you will share your experiences about this kind of trap and what you do to avoid this trap and get out of it. So thank you so much for being part of this little journey. And I'm so excited because I have so much to share with you. I've been on a mask workshop, and I'm going to share with you the total process of building a mask. I'm also going to be part of this multidisciplinary artist week next week, where a lot of cool things is going to happen. And I also have things shot from a workshop that I did about virtual reality, and like how you can develop ideas in a group by modeling and doing it, experimenting and testing it. And that is just a few of the things that I'm going to share with you later on. Yeah, but thank you so much for being here. See you later.